Imagine standing in a desert so vast that if you screamed for help, nobody would hear you. A place where experienced hikers, trained explorers, and even entire groups have walked in and never returned. No bodies, no clues, no explanation, just footprints leading into the sand and then suddenly stopping. For decades, people have vanished inside some of the world's most unforgiving deserts. Some blame the brutal environment, others believe something far stranger is happening, because in many of these cases, search teams arrived within hours, yet found absolutely nothing. Not a backpack, not a water bottle, not even a single sign of where the missing person went. So what is really happening out there? How can people simply disappear in a landscape that seems completely empty? And why do some survivors describe experiences that sound more like a nightmare than reality? Before we dive deeper, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Deserts cover nearly 1/3 of Earth's land surface. At first glance, they appear simple. Just sand, just rocks, just endless emptiness. But that illusion has fooled countless people. The truth is that deserts are among the most dangerous environments on the planet. Temperatures can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and plunge dramatically after sunset. Water disappears faster than most people realize, and landmarks that seem obvious from one direction can become completely unrecognizable from another. In some deserts, sandstorms can erase footprints in minutes. Entire vehicle tracks can vanish overnight. It's almost as if the landscape itself is constantly deleting evidence. And that's where the mystery begins, because sometimes people disappear in situations where simple environmental explanations don't seem enough. One of the strangest aspects of desert disappearances is how quickly they can happen. Imagine this. A hiker is walking only a few hundred feet ahead of a group. The terrain is open. Visibility is clear. There are no forests, no caves, no buildings. Then the person walks over a small ridge. Seconds later, they're gone. Search teams arrive. Drones scan the area. Volunteers comb through miles of desert. Nothing. Cases like these have been reported in deserts around the world. Investigators often discover something deeply unsettling. The missing person wasn't inexperienced. Many were skilled outdoorsmen, people who knew how to survive, people who understood navigation. Yet somehow they vanished in terrain where there should have been nowhere to hide. And the longer the search continues, the stranger it becomes, because sometimes rescuers report finding tracks that simply stop, as if the person vanished into thin air. But perhaps the greatest danger isn't the heat. It's what the desert can do to your brain. Extreme dehydration affects the mind long before it affects the body. Victims often become confused, they lose their sense of direction, they make irrational decisions. Some begin seeing things that aren't there. Mirages can appear like lakes, cities, or distant figures. The brain desperately tries to make sense of an environment that offers almost no reliable reference points. Scientists have documented cases where lost travelers unknowingly walked in circles for hours. Others abandoned supplies that could have saved their lives.
Imagine standing alone under a relentless sun. No landmarks, no sound, no certainty about which direction leads home. Eventually, reality itself can begin to feel distorted. And that's when the desert becomes truly terrifying. Not because it attacks you, but because it quietly convinces you to make one fatal mistake. The few people who survive being lost in the desert often describe experiences that are difficult to forget. Many report hearing voices. Some claim they felt an invisible presence guiding them. Others describe losing entire chunks of time, hours passing that they simply cannot remember. Scientists explain these experiences as the effects of dehydration, exhaustion, and isolation. Yet the stories remain unsettling, because despite different locations, different countries, and different circumstances, The accounts often sound remarkably similar. It's as if the desert follows the same script. First confusion, then disorientation, then a growing sense that something isn't right. And by the time many realize they're in danger, finding their way back becomes almost impossible. So what's the truth? Is there a mysterious force hiding in the world's deserts? Probably not. The reality may be even more frightening. Deserts don't need monsters. They don't need legends. They don't need anything supernatural. Because the combination of extreme heat, dehydration, isolation, shifting landscapes, and human error is already powerful enough. The desert doesn't chase people. It waits, patiently, silently. And when someone underestimates it, the consequences can be devastating. That's why so many disappearances remain unsolved. The environment destroys clues faster than investigators can find them. Evidence fades, tracks vanish, and answers are buried beneath miles of unforgiving terrain. The next time you see a desert stretching endlessly toward the horizon, remember this. What looks empty may be one of the most dangerous places on Earth. A place where a single wrong turn can mean the difference between survival and becoming another unsolved mystery. And somewhere out there, beneath shifting sands and endless skies, there are still stories waiting to be discovered. Stories of people who walked into the desert and were never seen again. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment telling us which mystery we should investigate next, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the strangest corners of our world.